So I spend a lot of time on the channel talking about liquidity pools, and what I hear from people a lot is that they have trouble finding liquidity pools that maybe will suit their needs, and just finding liquidity pools that they think are going to be profitable in the long term. And I've talked about some tools on here before, namely Crystal and other ones that you are sort of portfolio managers um, primarily. And I think, besides Crystal, I think I've covered um, Aperture, I think, too, and a few others, Poolfish. But I think what sets Metrix apart from those is that it isn't primarily a portfolio tracker. It's primarily a tool for finding uh, really good pools. And I think after I kind of walk you through the UI, I think you'll probably agree. If you launch the app, what you'll see is and a number of options that you just don't see other places. I'll go to the Discover tab first, or in a second, but there's a simulation tab where you can actually compare potential pools before you even enter them. So you can select a pool, from Uniswap, for example, on Ethereum, and you can see that I've done it here. I did USDT Link, USDT FD, USD, but you select one, whatever that pair might be on whatever chain you want, and you add it. And then you select the second one and you add it. And you can see here it compares those two options. So there are a lot of tools here that kind of foresee what you might be getting and simulate those decisions before you make them, which I think is really, really kind of astounding. And you don't see it very often, if ever, in tools like these. So, the comparison tool by itself, I think, is enough to be really excited about. But there's also the simulation tool, rather. There's also a section here, the primary section, Discover, and here you can do some things that I think are interesting too. You can quickly kind of filter options for lots of different options and filter those pretty quickly so that you can see results. You can see here you have 548 pools that you're looking at now, which is really impressive too. But then from that point on, you can actually click these options and you can put in higher amounts and lower amounts. So, you can look at TVL and say, you want lower than, a million. TVL, which, a lot of times we talk about, looking for certain amounts of TVL. You could do higher than a million. I usually tell people to aim for between, 500,000 and a million TVL, but you can actually filter that option. You can see here now we're at 206 pools. You can also do 24-hour fees versus TVL in terms of TVL, which is a really great multiplier to have. Or not multiplier, but option to have. And you can see what those are. If there are options here, you'll see what those options are. And again, it's going to narrow the number of pools as you do this. And so 24-hour volume, you can, select certain options here. Like you could put in, if you wanted to, over higher than 200, for example. And now you got 3 pools. And so you can see how you can quickly filter these options and get to the options that you want in a fairly quick amount of time. And you just don't see that kind of option or those kinds of options arranged in that way, as accessible as these are and as quick and efficient as these are. So I haven't found a tool that's really better than this one, and I'm planning on using this one from now on, really, because it just has so much functionality that you can't find in other places. And again, you can choose the chain that you want, or the exchange that you want, rather, and then the network that you want here, or you can keep these on all. So you have that functionality, which you have in most of the others that I've covered. You also have, like you would see in other tools, a top pools list that you can go to and check out. And so you can see the pools that are in the top. You also have a favorite option, which I like a lot. You see those in some of the other options, or other tools rather, but you can favorite those options or those pairs and put those in a favorite section for yourself. Just really a really effective tool for finding liquidity pools and one that I think is going to really benefit a lot of you. So check this one out when you have a chance. I'm probably going to cover it again, and I'll probably start using it in videos when I look for pools. So you'll see it more often probably in the future. Also, don't forget DeFi University is taking off now. We're just starting it, but if you want to get in early before the price changes happen, you can get in now for $4.95 a month. I'm going to have lots of resources there. I already have some articles there and some courses that I'm building out. There'll be an option to book sessions with me. We'll have live Q&A events every month, and potentially some more live events weekly where I'm talking about different pools and how to effectively enter those pools and exit those pools, things like that. So if you want to get in, as I said before, the price change happens, I'll have a link in the description, but it's just DeFiUniv.com. Look forward to seeing you there. As always, thanks so much for supporting the channel and for watching the videos, and I will see you in the next one.